Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a very exciting video because we are updating my rolling product pan. So my rolling product pan is something that I've done every single year that I've done panning. It's basically a rolling 10 pan where I work on, of course, 10 products at any point in time, and my goal is always to finish them. So I have a couple products that I want to share today, and I have some really exciting progress too. I might have some new roll-ins, which is always exciting. So I'm going to talk you through everything today. We are getting in the last stretch of the year. We only have 1/4 left to work on these products of 3 months, which is stressing me out a little bit, but I'm still hopeful that I can finish a lot of the products in here. I don't think I can finish everything, but I'm hopeful I can finish quite a few of these products. I'm going to jump into the first product, but before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So we're going to start off with the first product, which is an eyeshadow. Actually, the first 3 products are eyeshadows, and these have all been in since the start of the year. The first product to mention is one from Glam Shop, and this is the single shadow in Turbo Mielka, which looked like this at the introduction, as you can see. I already had pan on it at the beginning of the year, but I have some decent use on it, and I've been using it over the last, 9 months now. Quite a bit on and off. There was a couple months where I didn't have any progress, and you're going to see that throughout. Actually, there's only 1 month I didn't have any progress, but usually I've been pretty good at reaching for this eyeshadow. It's a really, really nice iridescent that has like a blue, like an icy blue shift into pink, into purple, almost a peach at like a harsh angle. It's super, super stunning, super wet looking, and it's a really beautiful shimmer that I like wearing both on like my lid as a topper shade, but also on my inner corner. So this is what the eyeshadow looked like at the last update. You can also see that I have, by the way, repressed this one. I forgot to mention that, but this one is repressed. And since the last month, I have reached for this one 3 times, and this is what it looks like today. So I hope that the pan is expanded. The eyeshadow is very, very thin in here, so every time I dip into this eyeshadow, the pan expands quite rapidly. So yeah, this is what it stands today. Let me talk you through it. So yes, I'm having it in this palette right here, and hopefully you can see right there that I have a decent amount of pan, and this is super, super thin in the pan. So I don't think it's going to take too long to finish, honestly, because again, it does expand very quickly whenever I use it, just because it's so thin now. Can I finish this one in the next month? I probably could if I wore it a lot, but I'm not sure if I'm going to push for that or not, because I am working on a lot of eyeshadows and I don't want to wear like the same eyeshadow every single day. So we'll see, but if I don't finish it this month, I think I can definitely finish it in the next 2 months. So this one is the one that I'm very, very hopeful that I will be able to finish before the end of the year. My ultimate goal is just to reach for this one more than 3 times. Maybe I can reach for this one like 10 times in the next month. That would be amazing. So maybe I'll put that as like a mini unofficial goal to use this eyeshadow 10 times. The second product that I have, like I mentioned, is also an eyeshadow. This one comes from Colourpop, and this is the Super Shock Shadow in Amaze, which I have been working on again for the full year. So this one as well had pan on it at the beginning of the year, but it had a lot of product left in it, and I've been working on it over the past couple of months. This is actually the product that I have a couple of months where I didn't use it at all. I have 2 months out of the 9 where I didn't use it at all, which, you know, isn't the best, but I have overall gotten a quite a decent amount of use out of this one. I also have repressed it, I think, twice, and you will also see that in the footage. I will mention it all on screen whenever I have repressed or something like that. So it's been a really, really simple eyeshadow to use. I love using this like as a simple look with my palette, which is the Soft Glam palette. I also like using this one on my nails, and I'm actually wearing that today, but I'll show you that in a second. So I do have lots of ways to reach for this product. This is what it looked like at the last update. So I didn't have, I mean, I repressed it and I didn't have too much product left in it, I guess. But I feel like whenever I repress it, there always seems to be more than I thought. However, in the past month, I have reached for this one 20 times, quite a lot, and this is what it looks like today. So as you can see, I have a very, very small amount left of this product. Yes, it's getting very, very thin, and it just has like half moon shape left, which I think I should be able to finish relatively quickly. So that is what this product is now. So yes, I'm very, very excited with this product because I just have such a small amount left in here. I was hoping to finish this one last month in Q3, but I wasn't quite able to get there, and I'm fine with that because I feel like I would easily be able to finish this one this month anyway. So, you know, yes, it would be nice to have into my like all the eyeshadows that I finished section of actually yesterday's video. But yeah, it's fine. I can definitely get through this one this month, so I'm not too worried about it. And like I said, I am actually wearing this one as a nail polish today, and so 5 of the uses came as a nail polish. I believe I used this one as a nail polish twice, so 10 out of 20 uses was as nail polish, and then the other 10 was on my eyes. I've been using this one quite regularly, just as like a simple eye look. And when I go to the office and stuff like that, I use my Soft Glam, like I said, as a base. Usually I do sienna and down the corner, burnt orange in the crease, sometimes orange soda to blend that out, and then use this one all over the lid, and that works beautifully. So I've been using that one quite a lot. So again, I'm going to try to finish this one in the next month, and I do think I should be able to do that. I think either I can use it on my eyes like maybe another 10 times, or if I use it on my nails once and then a couple times on my eyes, this one will easily be done. So definitely hopeful for this eyeshadow, but it's going to stick around for 1 more month. The last of the eyeshadows for now is this one here, which is my Burberry eyeshadow in the shade Rosewood, which has also been in since the beginning of the year. This one also had pan on it at the beginning of the year, but it was a very small pan and there was a lot of product left in here. I mentioned this every single update, but this is a massive eyeshadow. It has 2.5 grams of shadow, which is insanely a lot. It's just such a high amount of eyeshadow, but luckily I'm able to use this one very, very regularly, basically every time I do my makeup, because I use this one in my brows. So you can see that I have been expanding the pan consistently every single month. Every single month I am hovering around like the 30 uses. Sometimes I'm over 30, sometimes I'm slightly below it, but I have about 30 uses every single month. Again, because I use this one every time I do my makeup, well, most of the time I do my makeup, again in my brows. So I always think it's really satisfying to look at this shadow in the progress videos, just because it is always expanding quite a lot each month. And I haven't looked back at the footage, but this is what it looked like at the last month. So you can see that the pan was already quite big, and I'm hoping that the pan has expanded in the last month. I have again used it a decent amount. I have 28 uses on it in the past month, and this is what it looks like today. So the pan is definitely getting very, very big, which is exciting to see. And again, I haven't looked at the footage from last month yet, but I'm hoping that it has expanded. I say that every single month. I feel like it has. It is very kind of thin around the pan, but it's still a lot of product around the edges. So we'll see how far I get with this one. I was hopeful to finish this shadow this year, but there's still quite a lot of product in here. So yes, that is what the shadow looks like, and hopefully you can see what I mean. It's like around the pan, the shadow is very, very thin, but the size, like you still have the indentation or the imprint, embossing kind of thing at the very side. So I know there's a lot of product left there. Do I think I can finish this one? I think there's still hope, but it will probably take me to the very end of the year. But we'll see. If I don't finish it, I was talking about maybe like integrate it into my eyeshadow routine to try to get some more use out of it, and that's definitely an option. Some of you guys said though that I should keep it in my eyebrows because I really like it that way, clearly because I use it so much that way, and not like forced to finish it this year. But we'll see. If I'm like very, very close in December and I feel like, you know, I just need like those 5-10 uses on my eyes to finish it instead of having it around for 1 more month in January, I definitely think I will do that. So we'll see. For now, I'm definitely going to keep using it in my brows only, and we're going to see how much progress I can get in the next month. Alright, so we're moving away from eyeshadows for now, and the next product we have is my Fit Me powder from Maybelline. This one has been in for quite a few months now. I believe it's 7 months, so not quite since the beginning of the year, but still a long, long time. And my goal with this one, of course, was to finish it. And this right here are my progress lines. So you can see I actually started off even higher than that, maybe around here, but I forgot to mark it the first month, or I didn't realize I could put it on the side. But you can see here, and as you can see at the last month, I had a very, very little amount of product left. And hopefully, if you turn this around, you can see that I have actually been able to finish it. Looking at it, there's a tiny, tiny bit around the corner there. But I've been trying to turn this one upside down like over and over and over again, and no more product is coming out of it. So I am counting this one done. And I think what is left in here is maybe just 1 or 2 uses anyway. And I really can't fight to get it out because, like I said, I really did try. I banged this one against my drawers. I like banged it on my hand like for ages to try to get the last product out. And it's just not coming out. So I'm going to call this one quits. This one is now finished. And it took me 21 additional uses in the past month for a total of 193 uses in the project to finish. So we do have an empty. This one, by the way, was in the shade light medium. Really happy to have this one out. By the way, you can see that I expanded and no product coming out. But yeah, this one is empty. I'm gonna miss it, I think, because it's been a really nice product to use as like a powder. I haven't really been using foundation that much. I used to be using concealer, like my cream, cheek products, and then this one to kind of tone my cheek products down a little bit and also give me a tiny bit of coverage on my cheeks. So I really have been in loving this one, and I think it's a product that I'm really going to miss, but I'm excited to have this out of my collection, especially because the packaging is so bulky. So this one is out of the project and I'm going to replace it at the end. The next product we have has been in for quite a while as well, and that one comes from my Sleek Solstice palette, and that is the fourth shade in the palette called Equinox. And this one I've been planning for quite a while. You can see the progress right here. It's a beautiful kind of champagne-y type of highlight color, and my goal, of course, is to finish it. I'm ultimately trying to finish this whole palette this year, and this is the pan that I've been focusing on mainly for the last couple of months. So you can see that I have pretty decent progress every single month with this product. It's another one that I reach for really regularly. I'm always between like 20 and like 30 uses. Last month, like leading up to this post update, I was even at 37 uses, which is amazing. So yeah, it's been really fun to reach for this product, and it's been a really easy highlighter. It's very kind of impactful, very beautiful on the skin. So yeah, I have really been enjoying reaching for this one. So this is what it looked like at the last update. As you can see, I had repressed it as well at this point. So I just wanted to finish off what was left. It wasn't like too much left in here, but I feel like it was still an okay amount, which you can also see in the uses in a second. But yeah, my goal was to just finish off what was left in this product in the past month. And I have used this one 20 additional times, and this is what it looks like today. And as you can see, I was able to completely finish this highlighter. The pan has like definitely maybe rusted a tiny bit or like gone a different color. I think it's the alcohol. I don't think it's rust actually, but it just looks darker now. But the highlighter is completely finished. And again, it took me 20 additional uses. So yes, this one is done. I'm not going to show you the palette yet because I am now planning a different highlighter in here instead. So I'm going to save to show the inside of this palette until I have talked about that highlighter. But yeah, this highlighter is finished. The fourth shade Equinox in here is done. I'm kind of sad because it was a beautiful highlight. It's probably my favorite highlighter shade in this palette. But I am also happy that I am one step closer to finishing this palette this year. And this specific highlighter took me a total of 123 uses to completely finish. And again, that one will be rolling out. Next up, we have my Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder, which I have repressed into this Stila Convertible Color Compact just because it was completely broken and I lost the packaging. So this one has been in for 4 months now, and you can see what it looked like when it was freshly repressed in here. Yeah, I had it like, I think, a tiny bit of pan showing, but it wasn't like from use, it was just from the repress. But I have used this one over the past 4 months, and it's a product that I don't reach for very regularly just because I mainly use this one as a touch-up powder. So I've had like 9, 6, and 10 uses in the past 3 months leading up to the last update. So yeah, it's not one that I'm forcing, but it's nice to reach for, like I said, as a touch-up powder. And in the summer, I didn't reach for it too much because I wasn't going to the office. However, I'm now back in the office, which means that I'm reaching for it a little bit more regularly. So this is what it looked like at the last update. I do obviously have a decent amount of pan showing on this product, and I slowly use it, expand it, and in the past month I have reached for this one 7 additional times, and this is what it looks like today. So I don't know how much the pan has expanded, if it has expanded at all. I think it should have. I'm definitely trying to finish up that bottom left corner at the moment, and I'm going to work my way around to finish up the other side afterwards. But yeah, 7 uses to the past month, and it is definitely going slowly but surely. So yes, this is the product right now, and it's very thin in there. Every time I use this one, I feel like the pan is expanding a tiny bit. So again, I'm hopeful to finish this one. I'm sure that if I wanted to, I could just use this one like at home for a month and get it out. But again, I do like this one as a touch-up powder, so I don't want to kind of force to finish it. But if I stand in like December and I haven't finished it yet, I definitely will kind of like just use it on the daily at home to set like my face, just to get it out before the end of the year. But I'm still hopeful that I can finish it up as a touch-up powder before that point. So So I'm going to just keep trucking along with it, and hopefully I can have some good progress on it next month as well. The next product that we have is this one right here, which is another highlighter. This comes from Pi, and it's the Impossible Glow Highlighting Drops, which is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter actually. I have fallen in love with this one to use basically on my collarbones mainly, which as you can see I'm not showing very much at the moment. And that's kind of how I've been using it, to use like on my collarbones and my shoulders. Yes, I do still like it on my face, but I almost prefer it on my body, which is how I've been using it loads. So I did get some decent use out of this product in summer, and this was brand new at the beginning of the year, by the way. I did have this one in my deco panning earlier, but then I rolled it in here 3 months ago, and you can see my progress lines right there. So again, it was brand new at the beginning of the year, and you can see where it's sitting now. So I haven't marked it, but I think it's like slightly below the line from last month. But yeah, I'm not marking it because it's just, I think it's just blurred together if I did. But the reason why I haven't moved too much is because I only used this once in the past month, so not great. But again, we are getting into colder weather, which also means that I'm not using this one on my body as much. But I did talk about maybe last month to roll this one out this month and can I use it again next year. However, I have decided to keep this one in the project for now. I do have 2 empties anyway from this project, so I'm going to have some new products rolling in either way. And I feel like I can still get some usage on this product in the next coming months. Obviously not as much maybe as I have, but if I used to have like even a couple uses, like 1 or 2 uses every month, it's still going to be some use. I think, you know, obviously not like amazing, but I might use this one on like if I go to like holiday parties. Obviously we're not quite there yet. My birthday's in November, so I might use it for that. And also I might start experimenting using it on my face again. So we'll see, but I'm going to hang on to it in the project for now, and we'll see how far I get with it this year. But yeah, for now, I only have 1 additional use on it, and it is staying in the project. Okay, so we have the final eyeshadow from the project, which comes from my Huda Beauty Gold Obsessions palette. And this was my palette from last year, for the last 6 months of last year. And I finished everything apart from 3 shadows, and I have since finished up 1 of them already. And I'm currently working on shade number 6 in this palette. So this one looked like this at the first introduction, and it actually looked the same as the last month too, because I didn't use it at all in the first month. So the first month was a bit of a fail with this product, but I'm used to panning so many eyeshadows I forgot about this one. And in the past month, it's kind of like a similar situation. I've only reached for it twice, so not too much. But at least I do have some uses, and this is what it looks like today. So I don't know if the pan has expanded at all. I'm hoping maybe a tiny, tiny bit, but 2 uses isn't too much. So I'm going to have to look back at the footage to judge myself. But yeah, I'm happy that I was able to reach for this one at least a little bit. I will see how far I get with this one this year. Ultimately, of course, the goal would be to finish the shadow. So yes, this is what the palette looks like overall right now. This is the shade that I already finished this year, and this is the one I'm working on right now. I do ideally want to finish this one this year, but we'll see. Obviously, if I only reach for it like twice a month, that's not going to do it. I am hopeful I can use this one more coming up though, because we are getting into the colder weather, and I feel like I want to reach for more cool tones again soon. And I think then this one is going to be a really, really good option. I think this is a really nice transition shade that goes like with a lot of different looks, especially if I want to go for like rosier tone looks. So I am hopeful still, but I do need to step it up because I only have 3 months to work on it. So we'll see how far I get with this one, but I'm definitely going to try to reach for this shadow more in the next month. I'm going to again maybe put like an unofficial goal of 10 uses on this one in the next month to try to just get some really good palette expansion on it and see. I think after that I will be able to judge better if I'm able to finish it before the end of the year or not. Alright, so we are coming back to my Sleek Solstice palette. I'm going to talk about the other shade that I'm currently panning in here, which is the shade Hemisphere, which is the second shade in the palette. This one I rolled in last month, so I haven't been working on it for too long. And you can see the footage of what it looked like when I first introduced it. I think I did a separate footage of this, or maybe it's in the introduction footage, but I did also franken some of this highlighter to make a better shade easier for me to use, which you can see right here. So that is where I was at the introduction of this highlighter, and with the franken I have reached for this one 10 times, and I have not reached for the original shade at all. But yeah, 10 uses for the highlighter, and this is what it looks like today. So as you can see, I have already been able to hit pan on this shadow, and it's very, very thin, to be fair. I thought it was going to be like a bit thicker, but it's definitely quite thin in the pan, especially in the center. The sides do have a little bit more product in it, but overall, I'm really happy with how much progress I'm already been able to make on this highlighter. So yes, now I can show you what the palette looks like. So that's the finished highlighter, and these are the 2 I'm working on right now. So this is the franken one. You can see it's a little bit darker and less like lilac than the other one, which is why I think it's more wearable for me. It is also, by the way, the highlighter that I'm wearing on my face today. So it's a really, really nice, beautiful tone. And you can see that I, again, was able to hit pan on this one, and it took me 8 uses to hit that pan. And I have expanded it with 2 additional uses, so that is where it stands today. I'm going to continue working on this highlighter. My goal is to focus on the on the Franken first, and once I finish that up, I'm going to go ahead and Franken some more of this, and we'll see how far I get with it in the year. Of course, it would be amazing to try to finish this one completely, but I am aware that I still have quite a lot of product left in here for only 3 months of use. Like, I mean, this shade here took me 5 months to finish, so we'll see, but I'm going to do my very, very best to try to finish up both of these, like the Franken and the original highlighter, and we'll see how I go. I do think that this pan can expand quite quickly though in the next month, so I'm hopeful and I'm excited to see how far I can get with it. But for now, of course, this one is staying in. Again, it's only been in for 1 month, so I never expected it to roll out this early. Then we have the very final product that I've been working on over the past couple of months. Well, this one rolled in last month, and that is a blush. And this one comes from X Factor, and it is one of their cream puff blushes in the shade Gorgeous Berries. And as you can see, this is what it looked like when I first rolled it in. It did have some use on it already, but still is quite domed. It is one of their baked blushes, so it's quite domed to start, but yeah, this is what it looked like when I first introduced it. In the past month, I have reached this on 5 times, and this is what it looks like today. So I'm not sure if you can see any, like, not pan expansion obviously because I haven't hit pan yet, but I'm not sure if you can see that the dome has gone down at all. I'm hoping that it's moved a little bit because, you know, ideally, again, I want to finish this product this year. So I need some progress every single month in order to do that. But yeah, that is where it stands today. Let me talk you through it. So again, that is what the blush looks like today. So hopefully you can see maybe that there is still like a decent amount of product left. Looking at it, like, it's still quite domed, but it's flattening out for sure, especially like on that side right there. So I am still hopeful. These blushes don't have too much product in them. It doesn't say on the back, but I know for a fact that these doesn't have too much product in them. I ordered another one of these earlier this year in the shade Lovely Pink, I believe. All of that was much of a lighter color, so it was easier to build up on my cheeks. So that one went super, super fast. But I'm expecting this one to take a bit longer just because it is a deeper color and I can't use as much of it every single time I use it. But yeah, so I did have, like I said, 5 uses on this blush in the past month. And I'm going to continue using it. I'm hopeful that I can reach for it even more in the next month, because first of all, it's more of an autumnal blush, so I think I can reach for it more now coming up. But also, one of the 2 blushes in my Pan That face palette is now done, so I will have more time to focus on this blush. So that is the last product, and again, it's staying in the project. So again, since I finished up these 2 products, well, not fully this one, but the highlighter in here and then this powder, I'm going to roll in 2 new products. Let me introduce you to those. Both of them are actually base products, and the first one is another powder to replace the Fit Me powder, and that one comes from Chanel. This is the Powder Universal Compact in the shade 40, which is a beautiful powder. I really do like it. I got this one from my boyfriend. It is a little deep for me, which is kind of why I want to pan it, to be honest. And it might be silly to introduce this one now, because it is like a little bit dark for me and we're going into the winter months. But I do think I can use this one in loads of ways, and I do ideally want to, I mean, the goal was to finish this one this year, which I don't think I will be able to do. But ultimately, I do want to get as much use as I can on this one so I can finish it next year. And I can use this one in different ways. Like today, I'm actually using it to like blend out my brow bone. I do use like a white primer today. I'm just gonna tone down that bright whiteness on my brow bone. I use this one to like blend that out. I also can use it on like my cheeks to like blend out if my blush is too intense. I can even set out good on my face, although I have to be careful with like my jawline and stuff, so I don't want to get that muddy. But overall, I think I will be able to use this one in loads of different ways. Maybe not as much as I would be able to use it, for example, in summer, because then I can use it all over my face. But I'm so hopeful that I can get some good use on it, so that's why I'm reintroducing it. So we'll see how far I get with this one. I mean, hitting pan on it this year would be amazing, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to get there, because again, this one has a lot of product in it. It has 15 grams of product, which is insane. Just for reference, by the way, this product right here, which is a massive compact, has 20 grams of product in it, and I only had like half of it left when I started like tracking it. And that one, what did I say, took 193 uses, right? And this one has less product than this one here, which is insane to think about. But yeah, this one I'm not expecting to again finish, but if I can even hit pan on this year, that would be amazing. And then the second product that I'm introducing, I wasn't actually planning to introduce into this project, but I do have a reason for it. And that one is my Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer in the shade 20NN. And this is definitely like a winter shade for me. You can see that it's very, very pale. I'm actually wearing it today, but I'm mixing it with a dark concealer, and that's probably what I'm going to do for now. And then when we get into like the very end like of the year, when it's really like when I'm basically at my pale list, I think I can get more use out of it then. But the reason why I'm introducing this one is because the other day I took this one out and I noticed that the doe foot has fallen off. It is actually stuck in there. So I took out the stopper, and I'm currently using a different doe foot with this one. It's so frustrating because I can see it down there. But I do want to use it up because it's now more complicated for me to use. I can't take it traveling because I need to take a different doe foot and stuff like that. So I am gonna keep using this one. I have to again use a different like concealer doe foot with it. So that's what I'm gonna do, but I am kind of urgent to get this out now, especially because I've also taken out the stopper. I feel like it's not gonna stay fresh for as long. So this is another product I'm introducing. As you might be able to see, I already have some good windowing on it, so I don't think it's going to take too long, but it's also a bit too light for me at the moment, so I do have to mix it, which also going to slow down the progress a little bit. But I do think I can get this one out before the end of the year for sure, so that is going to be the last product that I'm introducing. And with that, you guys, I'm going to wrap up my rolling product pan. If you're doing one yourself, let me know how you're doing down below, because I love hearing from you guys and hearing your updates. Other than that, I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.